New York couldn't afford the Statue of Liberty until ordinary Americans saved it. New York almost lost the Statue of Liberty before it was ever built. In the 1870s, France decided to give the United States a massive gift to celebrate 100 years of American independence and honor the ideals of liberty after the abolition of slavery. France paid to build the entire statue themselves. But there was one huge problem. The statue had to cross the Atlantic Ocean. To make that possible, sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi designed it with an incredibly thin copper shell, only about 2.4 millimeters thick, roughly the thickness of 2 pennies stacked together. It was light enough to transport but far too fragile to support itself. Strong winds could easily bend or crack the copper. That's when Gustave Eiffel, the engineer who would later build the Eiffel Tower, came up with a brilliant solution. He designed a rigid iron framework with flexible metal supports that connected the copper skin to the skeleton. Instead of resisting the wind, the statue could actually sway by several inches without damaging the outer shell, an engineering breakthrough decades ahead of its time. The statue was then taken apart into 350 pieces, packed into more than 200 crates, and shipped across the Atlantic. But when it finally arrived in New York, there was nowhere to put it. France had paid for the statue, but the United States was responsible for building the pedestal. The federal government argued New York should pay. New York officials insisted it was a national monument, so the federal government should cover the cost instead. The project stalled, the pedestal sat unfinished, and
Washington blamed New York. New York blamed Washington.
Your policies caused this crisis! Nonsense! Your failures are to blame! Never! It's your fault!
cities like Boston, Philadelphia, and San Francisco even offered to take the statue instead. Then newspaper publisher Joseph Pulitzer stepped in with an unusual idea. He promised that every single person who donated, no matter how small the amount, would have their name printed in his newspaper. More than 120,000 Americans contributed, many giving less than $1. Together, they raised the equivalent of millions of dollars today, completing what is often considered America's first major crowdfunding campaign. Because of thousands of ordinary people, not wealthy politicians or business leaders, the pedestal was finally completed. And that's why the Statue of Liberty still stands in New York Harbor today.